Color experts say that the reign of natural muted colors is over, and that more vibrant colors are coming into trends in the upcoming years. Well, somewhat I agree and I don't with this statement, because I believe that there is space in the world of digital and physical products for more classic neutral colors, and there is a place and there is a need for vibrant, bold and strong colors. There might be a trend towards jewel tones, but I do not believe that neon tones will come back anytime soon. I hope so, because personally I do not like that trend. In this video I am going to talk about color trends for the upcoming year, what I think will be popular, what shifts are there. I am going to give you exact examples with color palettes and how would I use these color palettes in certain digital products. Or physical if you would like, it applies to those as well. So the Pantone color of the year is called Viva Magenta, or how do you pronounce it? And it is a very vibrant pinkish, bluish toned magenta color. Usually Pantone colors become trendy, and if a Pantone color of the year is very strong and very bold, it means that in the upcoming years we will see stronger and bolder colors, not just in home decor but also in general items in our lives as well. But there is always some delay. In the past years, more neutral, more muted tones were dominating everything from home decor to clothing, and I was really happy about that because this is closer to my style. Muted, neutral tones that can be used in a versatile way, and you can always add those pops of color with the accent colors and some text maybe, so that you can incorporate the trendy colors into your designs as well. So, without any further ado, let's talk about color palettes for the year 2023. These are not official color palette names, I came up with them because I feel like they describe the color palette that I'm going to show you really well. So the first one is called Elevated Blush. In the past years, neutral colors with cooler undertones were dominating, and going forward I believe there will be a shift for neutral tones with a warmer undertone. This means that we can use lots of pink shades and neutral shades with a slightly warmer or more orange undertone. So for future designs it will be very beneficial to incorporate these colors with the warmer undertones. Maybe instead of a pink that has a purplish undertone, go for one that has a more reddish hue or a more orangey base tone. That way you can stay on top of this trend, because there will be always a place for neutral tones and classic tones in anything basically, in design, printed products, physical products, anything. But if you put the twist of a certain trend on it, it has a better chance of being more popular. I call this next color palette Whining Ivy, and I really like this color palette because recently I got into the greenish colors and the greenish color palettes, and I think that green can be paired with lots of great colors and great accent tones. Green goes really well with gold and silver too, depending on the style that you are going for, but going forward I would use it more with gold tones, because with the warmer tones dominating in the upcoming trends that are coming in the next 2 or 3 years, I believe that these will be more popular. And as you can see, this color palette has some brighter and some more soft, more muted tones as well, so there is quite a big space to play with different shades. But because of my style, I would go for a lighter base with maybe some brighter accent colors in the text, or maybe a few lines or something like that. But this color palette can be really well applied onto lots of kinds of products. Now, to move a little bit further from these basic muted colors, let's talk about vibrant hues. This is a little bit out of my comfort zone, but I know that there is a demand for this. There are people who like these kinds of color palettes, it is just not me. I made the mistake before that I only created products and styles that were suited for my personal taste. Well, not everyone has the same taste and the same style, so you have to move outside of your comfort zone sometimes and try to experiment with colors like these. Of course, I wouldn't match two very contrasting colors in one design, because even if I move out of my comfort, I will use these vibrant colors as a tool to drawing attention to certain details. The next color palette is called Black Alternatives. Because black can seem very harsh sometimes, it is good to tone it back a little bit and not use only black in your designs. And what I mean by this, I would use darker gray tones or darker purple or bluish tones to replace those harsher lines or blue elements in your designs. This way you can create a look that is not as harsh and not as contrasting with the black color, but using these darker tones with certain undertones in it can make your designs more harmonious. I like to use these tones, especially the darker grays with warmer undertones, instead of black on anything printed. So from printable posters to printable planners, printable anything, I like to use a softer grayish tone instead of the black. And even if your physical product design is on a darker color palette, you can incorporate the straight black color with some of these softer grayish, warmer undertoned or cooler undertone gray colors. It would look really well in my opinion. And last but not least, the color palette closest to my heart, I like to call it blank canvas because you can make so many things with it. Yeah, it is not a surprise that I like neutral muted tones, it's close to my style, as you know that by now, and I like to implement these in my designs. As we saw it in the past 2 or 3 years when the neutral tones were in, it all started with the dried flowers trend. I believe that came in like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and that is when these kinds of muted color palettes came in, but they had the cooler undertones to them. But with this new Pantone of the year, this Viva Magenta color will bring the warmer undertones, so we can expect rich, warm colors in the upcoming years. That was it for today's video. Please tell me in the comments down below which color palettes do you like to use in your own designs, and let me know on which team are you on. Muted earth tones, neutrals, or vibrant, bright color palettes. Thank you very much for watching. Hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you will never miss another video in which I talk about digital products, making money online, and all things related to these things. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!